Well, we're coming out of Imbali, different way than we usually go in, but this is when we came and thought in Debo. This is the way we came to his house. And so, we'll see very nice houses. We were just talking about a couple of the houses we saw, very, very nice. These things that you're seeing here on the side of the road, those are business. And on this side of the road is taxis. We call them kumbis in South Africa. But businesses run out of these buildings. They're not like the buildings we have back home. It's just whatever. If they have a container that they can convert to a building, that's what they do.
Containers.
And we're going now down here. It's at ShopRite. Over here is a store that most people here would go to shop.
Probably should have gone.
And a lot of the times, a lot of the
I don't see police very often.
Yeah, we don't see police very often. Are they taking? Is he coming around to us?
No, he's gone straight.
Okay, so we're stopped at a stoplight.
Because that's where we came from.
And that is a Kumbi taxi. They don't live by the rules, and so
Their own rules.
yeah, like he's backing up in a turning lane. That's totally illegal.
Well, that guy was coming.
Okay. So these are other businesses here on the side of the road that you're seeing over here. People running.
Could be a beauty shop or a barber shop.
Exactly.
Or clothing store.
Stores
whatever
over
they
here.
feel like selling.
And this over here is a shanty area. Sometimes they just throw up various sheet metal, or they'll take an old brick covered thing and they'll just stay. We're not allowed to go in that area, but we're allowed to go here. Now there's a lot of what my mom and I call Humpty Dumps. So that's how they do speed control. And so many of the lights that they have here don't work. And we're actually on a street where the way you go through this is you go
carefully.
Yeah, you go carefully through it. If there's no cars here, you just kind of come to a slow stop and then go ahead.
But whenever there's a Kumbi, you gotta watch.
No, because the Kumbis sometimes think that there's really no law for them and they can go anywhere.
Oh, and then there's the goats.
Oh, goats on the side. I don't know if I saw that. Perhaps I did.
And the brickyard.
Brickyard here. You can see up here that there's smoke coming up, which means people are just
burning their
they'll burn trash anywhere. It's really kind of sad.
Part of that is because the government doesn't.
And you'll see that they have
in these areas.
People that just come and dump their trash here on the side of the road.
Just anywhere.
Now we're
gonna try to make a left turn.
Okay.
Hopefully people will stop.
And so since there's no light here, we just went when it was our turn. And of course you see here that they're building out what we call out sheds. And these guys just build them in hopes that they can sell them. That's their job.
They must be selling them because there's different ones every time we come.
And there's people who sell water tanks. And again, more building. It's heart-wrenching, guys. It truly is heart-wrenching.
Right, we have a
private hospital. So this hospital was built by money that one of the government people who probably they feel like took the money that should have gone somewhere else, and instead of making it public for the black South Africans, because that's what he is, he made it a personal venture of his. So it's so sad, because if on a private hospital, you can't use government money on it. It's all private. Along here, shanties. It's just hard to believe how many people live in that. We travel along this road when we go home, typically.
Way too many times.
We have. And usually when Sister Prince, Marlene, and I get here, we feel a little bit safer because we're out of the crowded part where maybe if people were trying to be bad, they could surround our vehicle and we wouldn't have anywhere to go. And this just gives us a little bit more of a, open space to find wherever we go. So this actually is a light that is working. And so we will go through it because it is green, but we never know when somebody's going to run the light.
It's not called a light, it's a robot.
It's a robot, that's right. It's a robot.
And now there's some more stuff for sale over here. More sheds, dog houses. I like the dog houses.
Yeah.
And goats.
Goats, bad goats.
Probably a missionary vehicle there too.
The thing that's amazing about South Africa is how green everything is. And it's green because it rains. We're in the rainy part of the season, which is January, which would be comparable to being July. And so this is the part of the year where I think Sister Prince, Marlene, looked and saw that about 1 out of every 2 days it's raining. Was that 15 days of the year?
Well, yeah, but about a month ago it was every day. And thunder and lightning, but the thunder and lightning seems to have gone away.
A little more.
Apartments
You see
galore
some
over here.
gorgeous apartments here.
Till you get up close to them.
And then when you get up close to them, you see that none of them have air conditioning, which makes you wonder how they can stand the heat. It is just
And
tough heat,
they
and
hang their clothes out.
they don't have any central air conditioning or heating. So if you have air conditioning or heating, look at this block stuff fall off the
Probably
truck,
drop
and that's right here on the highway. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying, but
Talking about the apartments.
yeah, like our house, we have a air conditioner, but it's in the kitchen / living room, and it does not get back to the back of the rooms, especially the bedroom that we sleep in. So it is for those of us who've had central air and the niceties of what we consider the niceties of the United States.
That cook corn on the side of the road.
Yep,
And sell
cooking corn and selling
fresh
corn.
fruit. Not that we've had any.
They tell us not to eat that food because it would have
It's not clean.
they haven't cleaned the food before they sold it. So anyway, now we're going down towards a nature reserve,
Or we walked with all the giraffes.
and that's all the pictures that you've seen of the giraffes and such. These are all the animals that are in here. In fact, if we go down this road where we see right here coming up, that road would take you down what they call about the center of Bisley.
And people just pass. And I think
And people just pass, which we probably ought to pass there.
I'm going to right now. I just
Go.
don't like going in between the cars to do it.
Yeah. So no lines on the streets. You just go. But again, we're just comparing to what we see in the United States to South Africa. They probably, the airport, by the way, is like right over in there. but they have a Pietermaritzburg airport, and I think they have one flight a day that goes out of there. But this is the Bisling Valley Nature Reserve, and that is where we normally see our various animals, including giraffes and the what are those deer-like things?
Impalas.
Impalas.
And wildebeest.
Wildebeest.
And zebras.
And
AKA
zebras.
zebras.
Whatever you want to, however you want to pronounce it.
And if you look at my steering wheel,
You look at our steering
blinkers
wheel.
are on the left. I know the wipers are on the left and the blinkers on the right, so we always get that confused when we go to put our blinker on and the windshield wipers go instead.
Yep, we call it dry cleaning. Because most of the time when we make that mistake, it's not when it's wet, it's when it's dry. So we're coming back down out of Imbali into the city, or the city lines, if you will, of Pietermaritzburg. And we're coming up here to businesses. I think I'm going to call this, but it gives you a very great idea of some of the things that we see here in South Africa. And hopefully you've seen that we've been riding on roads that are
look at this
just
guy
rough.
passing with that big truck coming at him. Craziness. That's how they drive here.
That's right. There's no rules except the one you make up for yourself.